Hi everybody, I'm Paul and this is Music with a Math Teacher. In the last video we looked at the kind of shape of a major chord, or a major arpeggio technically. A chord is when you play all the notes at the same time. The way that we're looking at it so far, we're sort of playing the notes in sequence, and the term for that is an arpeggio rather than a chord. But I'm going to keep calling it a chord because the word arpeggio doesn't come out of my mouth so cleanly. So let's look at what we saw last time. A major chord, what it is you go up 4 half steps and then 3 half steps. On a guitar, that's 4 frets and then 3 frets. So from here we had up 4, up 3. And we saw that we could play the same thing by going up 4. And what I have now is that the shape that I have in my fingers right here, from here to here, is equivalent to taking going up 4 half steps, going up 4 frets. And what I left you with was this question of, well, what if I go first to here, and then I want to go up 3 half steps, but I want to use this string to do it. And I hope that you actually played around with this after that last video rather than jumping into the next one. I'm really going to encourage you to not just watch the videos and hope that you passively absorb the knowledge, but just like when you're learning math, you really have to do the things. You have to actually get it in your hands. You have to actually move the pencil or move the instrument. So how would I go up 3 using this next string? Well, if you remember that this shape is stepping up 4, then you can probably deduce that this shape, which I'm going to switch fingers for because it's a little bit of a stretch for me, this shape is equivalent to going up 3. So I can play 1 and then up 4 and then up 3. So now I have 3 different ways actually, to play a major chord on the guitar. I have, and I should say a major arpeggio. I have the 1 string way that's just up 4, up 3. I have the first 2 string way that we saw. And I have this second 2 string way that we saw. And I played that a little bit slower because I wanted to make sure I didn't play the wrong notes. I encourage you to go at the pace that feels comfortable for you in order to sort of be confident in what you're doing as you're doing it. And also, I encourage you to be comfortable making lots of mistakes and lots of experimentation and jumping around. So we now, after just a few minutes of playing around, we know that a major chord is going up 4 and then 3. And we have 3 different ways to play a major chord. And these ways are going to work more or less throughout the guitar. So for example, if I start here, I can play these 3 different ways, just as I did before. I can go up 4. That sounds right, is it? I had a little doubt in my mind, and I just took a second to confirm. So I have that 1 string way, and I also have this first 2 string way. And I have this other 2 string way. Now, where it's going to get a little bit weird is if you start on this 3rd string. And I'm going to, again, leave this as an exercise. Can you find the 3 different ways to play a major chord starting from this 3rd string? Starting from anywhere other than the 3rd string, it's going to work perfectly fine. But you may have already learned that the relationship between these 2 notes, these 2 strings right here, is a little different than the rest. So that's the exercise for you, is find the 3 different ways to play a major chord over these 3 strings, these 2 strings. One of them is going to just be on this string, and then there's going to be 2 different ways that appear on this one.